Thank you, Mtalaki. Yes, I know that it's quite a busy weekend, of course, in Kwale there. The same case applies here in Busia County. And as we had mentioned earlier, we've been talking to some of the leaders, the luminaries in ODM, founder members of ODM in a region that has been largely been known to be a peaceful and quiet county. But as it turns out, if the latest developments politically are anything to go by, then Busia County could be slowly turning into a stronghold of ODM. Of course, it will no longer be the focus just in Nyanza or the Western, but now Busia is fast coming to the fore on that. But I was trying to engage the governor, Sospeter Ojaamong, just to exactly what happened. And yesterday, I think it is a first-hand experience when you were in Butula. Basically, what exactly happened? Because you are said to have been attacked at a place called Lugulu.
Yes, we visited Lugulu yesterday, Lugulu ward in Butla sub-county. We were carrying out our campaigns. We met the public, it was peaceful, but a few hired goons started throwing stones at the crowd, but they were contained. We arrested some of them and handed them over to the police. So, but we continued our campaign peacefully up to late in the evening. So that was just an incident which was organized by opponents and the leader of the majority, the one who used to be the leader of majority in the assembly of Busia. So, but we contained the situation without even the national government coming in with the security.
That was not an isolated case. Of course, the same happened in Funyula, but you were not there, neither was your main opponent there, but we still had chaos, and we understand some people were badly injured. Some we hear they've been referred to Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret. A week earlier, the same had happened. What exactly is happening politically in terms of the kind of violence that is now being witnessed in Busia, a region that has been largely peaceful for quite a while politically?
Yes, quite a number of incidents have occurred. In Funyula yesterday, one person is suspected to have been killed. And it is true that my opponent was there with his supporters. They invaded the MCS rally. My opponent was scheduled to have a meeting at 9 a.m. But he came at 3 a.m. when the MCA was having his rally. He invaded them. And other cases, in Busia town, my supporters' vehicles were smashed. When I toured Funyula again, a roadblock was erected by the supporters of my opponent. We arrested and handed them over to the police. To Likolis, the same thing. One person in his hospital who was injured by my opponent's supporters, and many other incidents. But all along we have been saying as ODM we should have peaceful elections, conduct peaceful campaigns. But my opponent is hell-bent in causing violence. But we also say that he doesn't have the monopoly of violence. Because it will be an eye for an eye if the national security doesn't take care of the situation.
But your opponent is accusing you of perpetrating the same and using purportedly or claiming that section of the media. You are accusing the opponent. Where exactly do we draw the line? Because at the end of it, perhaps it could be a political circus, which might have serious ramifications. For instance, if yesterday somebody would have lost their life. So it is a counter-accusation from both sides. And if you say, Bwana Governor, that perhaps no one has a monopoly of violence, and it might reach to an extent of an eye for an eye. It's an emotive season. How do we contain the situation to make sure that people enjoy their democratic space, the competition and all that? How do we go forward? Because it seems it's sort of a counter-accusation.
It can't be a counter-accusation because my team has recorded all the incidents of violence with the police, the occurrence book, various police stations. It's known my opponent has been boasting that he killed somebody previously, a teacher in fact, at Seaport. And even this election, he will continue with the same style. But what I know that as the governor of Busia County, we have the capacity to handle this character anytime, any day. But we don't want to go to that level. An MP cannot take on a governor. I've been an MP for 10 years. I know the capacity of a member of parliament. But I don't want to go that route. So if the national government is not willing to take care of these cases, because it has been open. Recently, when we were going to Mayenje ward to greet our people and campaign, it was a planned attack on my convoy. But we restrained ourselves. We cleared the route and continued with our convoy. But the national government knew, the police knew, actually, we were going to be attacked. That's why we also prepared ourselves very well. But we used very peaceful means to clear the way, and we went. Otherwise, people could have died that day. So I think our patience, we were running out of our patience now, because it is a national government trying to allow this character to behave the way he's doing. But we have the capacity to handle everything without even any support from the national government.
When you look at when you look at the dynamics, lastly, when you look at how things were in 2013, a lot has changed, and now you are facing stiff competition from a region that overwhelmingly supported you. What are the dynamics, and what is the game plan going forward? Because your main opponent last time was from your own backyard under UDF, and now you are facing an internal competition within the same party. And what are the chances when you look at the dynamics? Because it appears that there's a complete shift, like in 2013, where there was sort of a negotiated democracy, which saw you have an overwhelming support on the other end.
First of all, let me diffuse this idea that there was negotiated democracy. I went to the primaries with 2 lawyers who are well known, and they had campaigned very early. So we went to the primaries. There was nothing negotiated. I won the primaries for ODM. I was not given on a silver platter. So we went to the primaries, and I went and contested and won as a governor of Busia. There was nothing like a negotiated democracy. So I don't know where this idea comes from. But the dynamics have changed. In fact, Busia is a cosmopolitan kind of county, with the major tribe being the Tes, the Luya and the Tes, the 2 sub-tribes. But we say in terms of balancing positions, no one tribe can take all the positions. That is in the people's understanding. And the way things are shaping up, you'll find now the Luyas want to take the senator, they want to take the governor, the deputy governor, the women rep, the leader majority, leaving out 45% of the population without any position. And that is now causing tension. And blocks are now arising. But we also have Wananchi who understand the political dynamics of the county. And they are trying to navigate the political journey that we are going through now. But I must blame the party ODM for failing to have the local intelligence to know the political dynamics. Because as we talk now, the presence of Jubilee is negligible in Busia County. But after the nominations, because of the failure of the Orange Democratic Party to understand the local political dynamics, you'll find that a very big chunk of the population of Busia is likely to jump into Jubilee.
So going forward, we know that in a week's time we'll having the party primaries. What are the mechanisms? Of course, you being the county government, the leadership, present leadership, you'll have some role to play to ensure that we have elaborate security measures, it's peaceful and all that. How do we ensure that we have peaceful nomination next week, briefly?
Yes, we are going to meet with the security team. We've talked to them so that they can provide people with enabling an environment where they can go and cast their votes and participate in the political activities without intimidation. That we are going to ensure. And Busia has been a very peaceful county. So mine is just to appeal to other actors in the political arena to restrain their supporters from engaging in violence and intimidation, the way we have done before. Let the will of the people prevail during the electioneering period. But people should not use others to intimidate. And also political parties, they should understand the dynamics in Busia.
Well, thank you so much. That was Busia Governor Sospeter Ojaamong putting it in clear perspective and saying it's a high-stake election. Everything has to go on. The people of Busia have to be given that opportunity to make that decision on matters leadership, but clearly calling upon the security apparatus to rein in and control before the situation gets out of hand. Of course, saying that nobody has a monopoly of violence, but that could not be the route they would want to go. But if need be, then what needs to be done, what to be done politically. Of course, saying that a member of parliament cannot intimidate a governor, and more so a governor who has been a sitting member of parliament for 10 years. Of course, that clearly tells you what is at stake in Busia County. My name is Duncan Haemba. Over to you, Michelle Ngele in studio.
All right.